Yeah, the first question is of CHSL 2024, July 4th, third shift. Which of the following statements most accurately describes the planet Saturn? So, Saturn is the sixth planet. So, option B is wrong. The surface is reddish in color. The answer is no. The red planet is called the Mars. Um, its cloud-like outer regions consist of methane in the gaseous form and ammonia in crystalline form. This might be the answer, and the other option is it is a giant gas. It's a gas giant made up of mostly of hydrogen and helium, and the density is less than that of water. So all the planets which are situated after Mars are mostly gaseous planet gaseous planet, and most of the planets which are located on the left hand side, and they are solid planets. Okay, solid planets. So this is wrong, and the last option is correct. Okay, you may read about it over here, and I'll be moving forward. Okay, I'll be moving forward. As of August 2023, which of the following state districts has India's fully functional literate district? So in terms of fully functional, about literacy is age 7 and can read and write in any language. Okay, read and write in any language. And in Madhya Pradesh there is a district which is which is functionally literate. Okay, they can read and write, and also they can read and write at a level necessary for daily activities, necessary for daily activities. And the options are, and the name of the particular district is Jhabua. Jhabua, Jhabua. Moving on. Jogoi and Cholom are two divisions in the Indian classical form of what? Jogoi and Cholom. Okay, they are Manipuri dance form. Factual question, you may learn about it over here on the left hand side. Okay, Manipuri dance is known for its graceful and fluid movements, which are often inspired by the themes of Vaishnavism and stories from the life of Krishna. Moving on. Which of the following schemes is related to minimizing the use of chemical fertilizers given in the Union Budget 2023-24? The answer is PM Pranam scheme. What does PM Pranam scheme stand for? Pradhan Mantri Promotion of Alternate Nutrients for Agriculture Management Yojana. Okay, it is an initiative aimed at reducing the usage of chemical fertilizers. Okay, reducing the usage of chemical fertilizers. It's very and you should know about the other schemes as well. Okay, PM Pranam, Pranam, PM Shri, PM Divine, and Seed Scheme. SWED. Okay, seed funding means the funding which is received at the initial beginning of the startup. At the initial funding is called the seed fund. Okay, so it is for entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship. PM Divine is for development of projects in the northeast of India. So NE in the end stands for Northeast Development. Shri stands for development of schools. Development of schools. And Pranam for using less fertilizers, or not using fertilizers at all and looking for alternative nutrition for development of soil. Okay, or for the health of the soil. Which of the following is a part of the apical meristem found in roots? The answer is protoderm, because I've learnt it. You should also learn it. Apical meristem is a region of rapidly dividing cells found at the tip of the roots and shoots. Okay, tip of the roots and shoots. So let's assume that this is the ground and this is a small plant. This is a small plant and it has roots. Okay, at the corner, at the extremes, you will find protoderm. Protoderm. So what happens is protoderm is a part of the apical meristem that gives rise to the epidermis, which is the outer protective layer of the cells. In roots, protoderm differentiates to form the epidermis, which is essential for the absorption of water and nutrients. You may read more about it on the left hand side. Moving on, this is written in English. In English, I'll try to come back, and this is written in Hindi. I tried to convert it, didn't work out, but maybe we'll come back to the question. Okay, it's talking about fiscal deficit. I'll just mark the correct answer, and through the description itself, we'll be able to learn it. Okay, so fiscal deficit is a difference between the total revenue and the total expenditure of the government, excluding borrowings within a financial year. It indicates the borrowing needs of the government. A high fiscal deficit means the government needs more funds beyond its income, showing lesser control over its expenditure. This deficit is a vital measure of the government's financial health and its fiscal policy effectiveness. Okay, and the other options are structural deficit. It refers to the deficit that remains even when the economy is at a potential level of output. Revenue deficit, it refers to the excess of revenue expenditure over the revenue receipts. Gross primary deficit, it is the fiscal deficit minus the interest payments. Moving on, the Prarthana Samaj was established in Dash by Dr. Atma Ram Panduranga. The answer is Bombay or present day Mumbai. Okay, so just three keywords you need to remember: Prarthana Samaj, Atmaram, Atmaram, Panduranga, and further Bombay. Okay, and if you wish to remember the year as well, so 1867. Okay, moving on. Which is the first state to receive rain from the monsoon in India? So I'll be only using the South India because in South India monsoon comes first. So the monsoon is the southwest monsoon. Is the southwest monsoon. It is called the southwest monsoon the because the winds are coming from the southwest direction. The winds are coming from the southwest direction. Okay, so Kerala is the first place it hits. Kerala. Okay, you may read about it over here, and and it hits Kerala around the month of June, and 1st of June is the usual setting in time. Moving on, the Chau dancers of Dash organize a festival named Chau Jhumar Utsav, where an open stage is designed for the performance by Chau groups, and it is done in the state of West Bengal. Okay, again a factual question. You may read about it. Which of the following steps is used to format a cell in MS Excel spreadsheet? Okay, so what happens is you have a cell and you wish to format it. So what you'll have to do is you will first select the cell. Let's assume this is the particular cell which you need to format. So you'll select the cell. Okay, SELECT, select the cell. Then right click, and then format. Then format. Okay, moving on. In a spreadsheet, page orientation is changed through the page orientation is changed through the page setup dialog box. The page setup dialog box. Moving on. In an electrical circuit, the ammeter reading decreases to dash when the length of the wire is doubled. Okay, so in an electrical circuit, the resistance is directly proportional to the length. If resistance doubles, sorry, if the length doubles, it's basically inversely proportional. If the length doubles, then the resistance becomes half. Okay, so the ammeter reading would also decrease to half because of the resistance increase or the resistance decrease. Okay, so when the length of the wire is doubled, okay, just let me clear out this, that first of all, the length of the wire has doubled. So just a second. The resistance of a wire is directly proportional to its length. Okay, it's not inversely proportional, it is directly proportional. First of all, that when the length of the wire is doubled, then the resistance also doubles. Then the resistance also doubles. Then, according to Ohm's law, I'm sorry for the blunder. What does blunder? What do we mean by the word blunder? Blunder means a big mistake. It means a big mistake. Okay, Ohm's law. Ohm's law, V is equal to I R. V is voltage, I is current, R is resistance. Okay, so increase in resistance is equal to decrease in current. So half is the answer. Moving on. Who defeated Muhammad Ghori in the first battle of Tarain, fought in the year 1191? The answer is Prithviraj Chauhan. Prithviraj Chauhan, and this is a factual question. Moving on. The ports versus the states. The ports versus the states. Okay. Ports versus states. Ports versus states. Okay. So we have Mormu. It's basically called Marma Gao, but Mormu Gao is the one, and it is related to Goa. Only and only if I can crack this one small thing, that one, the answer of one is D, then I'll be able to get all the correct answers. Okay. If one is D, then Paradeep is Odisha. Paradeep is Odisha. And if Paradeep is Odisha, then there is a Haldia port as well. Haldia port as well. Okay. The Haldia port is located in West Bengal, and the Tuticorin is another port which is in Tamil Nadu. It is also called V.O. Chidambaram Port Trust. Okay, Chidambaram Chidambaram Port Chidambaram Port Trust. Okay, moving on. Which of the following years were considered planned holidays in independent India? The answer is 1996 to 1969. Okay, we've already read about it. You may read everything about it over here. Everything about the same over here. Part 4 of the Constitution is related to the directive. No. The fundamental duties. The directive principles of state policy come under Part 4. Okay, you may read about everything over here on the left hand side. The institute established by Kaka Hathrasi in 1932 is Sangeet Karyalaya. Again, a very factual question. You may read about it over here on the left hand side. The fifth edition of the Khelo India Youth Games by 2023 was hosted in January or February 2023 by Madhya Pradesh. Okay, so you may read about it over here. I'm moving pretty quickly. You can pause the video and read everything that's here. Which of the following cities was the Asian Wrestling Championship 2023 held? The answer is Asthana. Asthana. Okay, you may read about it over here. Okay, and Asthana is a city in Kazakhstan. Okay, Asthana is in Kazakhstan. Okay, moving on. Which of the following position is not any position? Which of the following is not any position in the basketball sport? Okay, point guard, shooting guard, small forward, all are valid. This one is not valid. Okay, you may read more about it over here. In Hindustani classical music, according to Vishnu Narayan Bhatkhande, how many thoughts are there in the origin of ragas? A factual question. You may read more about it over here. Okay, pause the video and read about it if you wish to read. Where is the oldest center for lace work located in Gujarat? The answer is Jamnagar. You may read about it over here. Jamnagar is recognized for its long standing tradition in lace work, making it the oldest center for this craft in Gujarat. Federalism in the Indian constitutional context means federalism is basically division of power. Okay, division of equal power between the center and the state. But the reality is India is not completely federal, it is quasi-federal. Okay, when it comes to federal, federal means state equals who? The center. But in India, this center is greater than state. The center is greater than state, and the quasi federal nature of center being greater than state was established because the state had a seceding tendency. Means in at the beginning of time the states wanted to move out and wanted to become independent. That is why a federal structure was implemented where the states cannot leave by their own will. Okay, so the existence of more than one level of government in the country, this is one. This is another option. Okay, multiple levels of government is there. So moving on, you may read everything. The entire theory is available on the left hand side. In which year was the Atmanirbhar Bharat Rozgar Yojana launched by the government of India? During this was launched during COVID. Okay, so 2020, you may remember it from that. Everything has been written over here. Moving on. The President of India appointed Dash as the Governor of Karnataka in July 2021. A current affairs question. So may you read about it over here. You may read about it over here. And I think we are done. Thank you.